Fine and celestial greetings to you. From my heart to yours is oh so true. This is a tick tock on the clock of the cosmic clock. And so I'm bringing you again some more news to infuse if you choose to infuse with this cosmic news, light grid information. So, of course, to the 144, chosen of the chosen few, I have some messages for you. I have two. So I have this one and I have another video. This is for 2 days, right? A lot has been going on. So this is for the 23rd. And on the 23rd, this day was the day of the last Mercury retrograde. This day was also the first day of Leo on the 5D calendar. So for those of you who have your 5D calendars, you'll look and you'll see it is the first day of Leo. So the sun enters into Leo that day. And also it is, if you haven't seen the video by now, it is also the Haile Selassie Rastafari rising, his earth rising. The day that Selassie came into the earth was on the day of the lion. Seeing these symbolisms don't lie. That's why he walked with the lions, and he's known as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. So just to get some of that information out on what this day brings forth. And now it holds a code date of 4 by the number 22. So again, we see that code. We keep seeing this 22 around these particular cosmic dates and what's happening. We're seeing the 22 4, right? So the number 4 by 22. So, of course, the 4 is a foundational balance. So the message is a foundational balance that is building the 5D lighthouse colonies. That's what we're witnessing with this foundational balance. What is the message of these, this foundational balance that is highlighting to us? And it's the building of the 5D lighthouse colonies as we are in the midst of that during this great time of discernment. So with that said, it's a review. What we're highlighted in this foundational balance, what has been highlighted is on this day, on the 23rd. Obviously, that was 2 days prior, because I'm now in a day out of time, which gave me some time to rewind and play it back for you. So on the 23rd, it is recognizing that the 4 major aspects, or I wouldn't say major, but 4 aspects that are happening on this day is instructing us, right? It's a review, but it is instructing us on how we build to the new year. So the new year is on the 26th, right? And if you count from this day, you have 23, 24, 25, 26. So counting from the 23rd, 4 days, on the 26th, there's another foundational 4 to look at. There's another events of 4 that is happening. So that is how the foundational 4 is sharing a message with us, how the date code 4 is sharing a message. And it's like it's bridging us. It's a link that is bridging us from the 23rd into the 26th. So I'm going to share that with you as the download shares that information about that. So on this date code 4, Mercury closes its retrograde, which holds a tight vibration from the most recent review of the cosmic basket with the 4 planets at 4 degrees, which leads us with divine instructions that prepares us and aligns us with the destined coordinates on the 26th and how we are to begin building what establishes the 5D light colonies that are rising temples for the new earth, the 5D new earth. So what we're seeing is that this Mercury retrograde is giving us this review. That's one of the main aspects that is happening, and it's giving us this review, and we're reviewing the closest thing is the cosmic basket that we just came out of, which happened to be about 4 planets at 4 degrees that was tightly interacting between 4 days from the 18th to the 21st. So this is highlighting us and instructing us to prepare us for those destined coordinates that are going to be we're facing on the 26th. And boy, is it destined. All right, so this galactic new year announces the presence of this foundational building as the awareness of the 5D collective aligns with the signs of the times on the 26th. So it's almost like it's this grand announcement. Like that Galactic New Year is doing so much this particular year. It's like everything that we've been working for, those who know, from Third Eye Atlas to all the cosmic alignments to the rare alignments of the 444, all of this that is happening, what has unfolded even more. And now this Galactic New Year is like this grand announcement, like presenting the arrival of the true ones on the true timeline in the 5D frequency. Let the 5D colonies arise. Like, that's just how I'm hearing it. I'm sure there's more to that. But that's the overall grand announcements that the 26 is holding. And we'll talk more about that when we speak on the 2626, which is a 26 portal, right? See, I'm giving away some of it right now. So the foundational balance that aligns the signs of today, well, that day that I was writing this, the day of the 23rd with the 26th, draws attention to the balance, the quote unquote balance of what is to be, what is happening and what is to be. It's the 4 synchronicities, and the 4 synchronicities of the 23rd that aligns are this. So the final day of Mercury, which what we spoke of, that's the major one. The final day of Mercury retrograde, giving its closing reviews. Secondly, the sun enters Leo, amplifying Jupiter's plight and reminding us of Rastafari's rising, a legacy of true liberty and divine law. So reminding that in and of ourselves, of this legacy and liberty within us. And 3, the sun squares Chiron in Taurus, highlighting old wounds with self-worth and possessions, which are like finances and relationships. So it's highlighting. So we may have felt some of that. Some of you may have felt it even from the 23rd. The 22nd, the day before the 23rd, because of course that is when the sun is approaching. It's in a very close orbit. So you may have felt that as the sun is entering Leo, it's lining up to square it up with Chiron and Taurus. So it's squaring it up, and those old wounds of, self-worth and things like that, because that's what Taurus is about. It's bringing that up. So that's the 3rd thing, right? And the fourth is the resonance of the cosmic basket, still cradling the message from the aspect of the 4 planets at 4 degrees. So on the 23rd, it's that resonance that's still there, because it's a very tight, still very close in orbit. Jupiter is just barely leaving out of the 4 degrees into the 5th degree on the 23rd. Sometime during the 23rd, it might have been in the wee hours, but sometime between the 22nd and the 23rd, Jupiter is leaving that 4 degrees. So it is still, the resonance of it is held there as it's exiting the 4th degree of the cosmic basket. So those 4 things are Mercury in retrograde, the sun enters Leo, the sun squared with Chiron, and then that resonance of the cosmic basket, right? So keep in mind, these are the 4 essences, the 4 energetic exchanges and what is happening cosmically that is going to bridge and align us over to the 26th. So from one foundational balance to the next, right? So the new message from the cosmic basket, which holds a strong link that bridges the main cosmic support from the celestials to the earth, that guides and ignites the new year, is that the radical changes, and this is just a message of what that basket was saying. So, kind of listen keenly to the engagement of those planets, is that the radical changes in information, Uranus, are here to support the dreams of new beginnings, Neptune, which motivates the expansion of the brave self, Jupiter, to honor the revelations that empower. Got to get it together. Here we go. Okay, that empower the collective. in order to support expanded wisdom of the true courageous self to create, again, Jupiter, through futuristic radical changes in the awareness of self as divine technology that communicates its information, Neptune and Gemini. So what that's the communication that between Neptune, Jupiter, and those in the cosmic basket of what they are saying, right? With Neptune and Gemini through the unity frequencies of the 5D expressions of creation and time, which builds the 5D colonies. So all of this is why this foundational four of that cosmic basket is about the building of the 5D colonies. So that is a message ultimately coming from the cosmic basket. Between the planets, what is happening between Uranus and Neptune, radical changes, new beginnings of dreams and aspirations. What was happening between Leo and Aquarius, the expansion of self, awareness of self, bravely so, into the true true timeline of the collective, the true collective of the new timeline, excuse me, which is what's happening with Pluto and Aquarius. And so also highlighting what has been happening with the communication between Jupiter and Uranus is again that expansion of wisdom of self now, because it plays back, it pings back from it, Jupiter pinging to Pluto, and that collective of self with that brave self-awareness into the true collective, according to the revelations of truth that pings back to the self as now expanded wisdom, giving you the courage to now make the changes that need to be made. Uranus and Gemini, that's that relation between Jupiter and Uranus. Now take this expanded wisdom to now make the changes that you need to make to have that unity frequency in 5D and the raising of the 5D colonies. So there's much that is happening there. And now with that said, that's knowing what that basket is saying. Now to know what the connection is going into the 26th is this, it is the foundational balance that receives the alignment of these signs are the four synchronicities of the 26th, such as the first thing is the Galactic New Year. Secondly, the nodal shifts into the Leo Virgo axis. Third, the 2626 portal. And four, the first day of the full moon transmutation window from the 26th to the 1st of August. And for those who know, you know. There's 3 days that when there's a full moon, it's 3 days before, 3 days after. So there's this 7-day window. So being that the full moon is on the 29th, the 26th begins this 3-day window. So therefore, there are 4 events that are happening. So as you can see, 4 events on the 23rd that are like bridging and sending a message, like doop, 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 sending this message across through the codes of the foundational 4 to what is happening on the 26th. Do, 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 do. Message received. Here's what's happening over here. The Galactic New Year, the nodal shift, the 2626 portal, and the beginning of the full moon transmutation window. So there is definitely a connection, a streamline through this foundational building of what is to come. This is a total review of the cosmic basket that is instructing us of how to build what there is to build in the new year. So messages given to you, receive it wherever it resonates, apply wherever it applies, that this is what we are preparing for and understanding the messages through the foundational 4. Ashe, peace, love, and light.